In this tutorial, we'll recreate 3 shots from Season 3 of the anime Jujutsu Kaisen. From dynamic camera movement to energy/effects, we'll break down the full compositing process step by step in After Effects. All the assets and the final After Effects project file are available in the description for you to download. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to support the channel. Now, let's get started. For the first scene, it's quite simple, as we only need a background under the bridge along with these character animation frames. To complete this shot, we'll set scale keyframes for the background to simulate a camera zoom effect. For the first 17 frames, I'll have the background zoom out slightly, then hold it for about 3 frames, and starting from frame 20, the camera will suddenly zoom back in, as you can see here. Finally, I'll select all the keyframes and press F9, then go into the graph editor to fine-tune the motion for a smooth and natural transition. Now let's take a look at the result. For the next scene, we'll need a sky background layer and a cockroach layer like this. To make the movement look more natural, I'm going to separate the large cockroach in the middle so it's easier to animate later. First, open the position property and create 2 keyframes at the beginning and the end. Do the same for the center cockroach layer, but increase the movement amplitude a bit to create a sense of depth. Now for the color grading, I'll duplicate the layer and rename it for better organization. Use the fill effect to add a purple tint, then apply deep glow to create a colored aura. Lower the radius and slightly increase the exposure as needed, and you can also add a bit of blur for a smoother look. For the other layer, simply duplicate it and paste the same effects to save time. Finally, select both color effect layers and keyframe the opacity so the effect fades in just like the original. Remember to press F9 for all keyframes and adjust the graph so the influence leans toward the end for a more organic motion. For the third scene, instead of a static background, you'll need a series of animated background frames like these. Similarly, I've already prepared the character frames and detailed keyframes for the shadows. We'll also need hand-drawn sword slashes and air ripples. Once the basic layout and keyframes are set, this is what the scene looks like. Let's get started. At frame 46, I'll add some movement by keyframing scale and position to shrink the character down. A quick tip, use the Align panel to keep the character's base aligned properly. I'll split the layer at frame 46 and move it to the top. Do the same for the slash layers at frame 53 to keep the layer order correct. Next, at frame 43, I'm adding a white solid for a flash transition. Place it above the character and animate the opacity to fade out. Duplicate it, set the opacity to 60%, and change the blending mode to overlay for a punchier look. Starting at frame 16, add 2 particle layers for the sword draw effect, making each visible for about 2 frames. Apply some deep glow to make them pop. For the slash effects, duplicate the layer, rename it to color, and place it underneath. Use the fill effect for color, add deep glow, and set it to screen. Now, go ahead and apply this same process to all the other frames to keep it consistent. For the air ripples, I use roughen edges to soften the borders, add a blur value of 10, and drop the opacity to 25% to blend it into the scene. Finally, to add some camera shake, create a null object and apply a wiggle expression to the position. Before finishing, I'll separate one more background layer and apply motion tile to everything to fix any black edges. If the character's position is off due to existing keyframes, just adjust the tile center. Now, select all layers and parent them to the null object. This is a crucial step because it allows the null to control the movement of every layer simultaneously. The scene is basically finished, but I'm going to add some final touches to polish it up. First, I'll use brightness and contrast to balance the lighting. Then, I'll apply the Magic Bullet Looks plugin to make the character pop even more against the background. All right, let's check out the final result. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.